What is good, my people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about the HDR color wheels, which is the high dynamic range color wheels. Go with me through the process and let's unlock the secret of color grading. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on my YouTube channel. Let's roll the intro. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a while. Today I'll take you through the HDR tool in DaVinCi Resolve. This to help you understand how to use this tool in a very simple and primary way. If you want to learn more about color grading, feel free to register for my masterclass. My number and my Instagram handle is on the screen, so you can contact me from there. So basically, you know how the primary wheels in DaVinCi Resolve work. If you know how the primary wheels work, if you don't, you can check the videos down in my channel. I have videos that will actually put you through and help you understand how the primary wheels work. If you can understand the primary wheels, it will be very easy for you to go through the HDR color wheels. So in the primary wheels, we have the lift, the gamma, the gain, and the offset. And basically what they do is that the lift affects the darker sides of the image. Our gamma affects the mid-tones of the image, which is like the middle of the image. Let me put it that way. Our gain affects the lights, the highlights of our image, while our offsets affects everything, the global image itself, like everything. So same thing goes here in our HDR, which is the high dynamic range color wheels. We have our dark, our shadow, our light, and our global. So if we're using the concept of the primary wheels, it's like our lift, our gamma, our gain, and our offset. This is what we have. You can actually check, and you are going to see the specular highlight and our highlights and our lights. But I prefer coming back to the normal slide, the first slide, which we can use before maybe if you want to upgrade or do any other thing. Here is our zone graph. This zone graph actually shows us where our wheel affects. So if we click on shadow, you can see that the shadow starts from here down to this side. You can see this red highlighted part here goes down to this side. So our shadows affect both our dark and our black down this way, while our lights starts from here down up to this place. So there is a mix in our shadows and our lights, and that's from the middle. We have the two of them being mixed, so you can actually reduce the lights in your shadows and increase the lights and the brightness in your lights, or you can increase the brightness in your lights and increase the brightness in your shadows. So let's go over our HDR tool. So I'm going to balance this image with it so you can see how it works. And if you want to learn more about color grading, feel free to subscribe to my masterclass, and I'll take you through detailed information on how to color grade and have a professional color. So let's go. Let's start with our dark sides in the image. What do we want to do? We want to balance this image using the HDR tool. So yeah, let's start with our shadows. So let's bring it down. Now the good thing about this is that unlike our primary wheels, our dark side, which is our lift, can actually crush the whole image if we push it down too much. But with the HDR tool, we have more control over what we do to our image and make it more realistic to the human eyes. So we are going to bring down the lights here by dragging this down just to have a smooth and a perfect balanced image. This is the global, which affects the whole image too. We can actually take this up, make it look okay, and then here the contrast in the HDR tool does not affect the saturation, unlike the primary wheels. In the primary wheels, if you should increase the contrast, it adds the saturation and the contrast. But here in the HDR tool, we only affect the contrast. Can you see? Without increasing saturation or anything. So doing this, we can actually balance our contrast to make sure we are not over pushing it and destroying our image. We need to add a saturation so that our balancing can go very well. So let's do that. Let's add the saturation. Let's go. In this image, we actually can tell that we have more of the warm tone in our image compared to the cooler tones. So if we should check our vetroscope, you can see that the dark sides of our image are not sitting properly like that. The skin tone is not bad, but the whites in our image are not sitting well. So we can actually do that. Now in the global, you can actually adjust this curve here that you can see. This is the warm side and this is the cooler side. This also affects the temperature in the HDR too. So let's do that. The warm side is stronger than the cooler side. So let's try and adjust this and make sure everything is sitting in the middle. Let's see. White. Okay. Let's see. Okay, good. How about our blacks? Okay, good. Good. So let's check our parade. We still have more of the red popping out here. And I guess this is, so let's bring that down a little. Just to make sure that everything is sitting properly. And then for our shadows also, just to make sure everything is sitting well, we can adjust our shadows. To make sure everything is sitting well. Want this to be on equal line, and we can take down the saturation a little. This is what we have. So this is not a bad start for color. With this, we're already moving well, and you can continue your grading from here. So we came from this to this, from this to this, and making sure that our dark sides and our bright sides are looking well and sitting perfectly fine. So now to this dark side, whatever you do here, it won't really affect the bright sides of the image, only the darker side, like her clothes. Just take a look at her clothes. If we click here, you can see that it's only showing us the black sides, the dark sides in the image, which that's from her clothes to other dark sides. So if we add contrast or color to any dark side, you can actually see it's being affected in that area. So you can actually decide that you want to increase the light there or you want to take the lights down. It's all left to you and what you are planning to gain or what you want to achieve. If we click on our shadows, you can see that the shadows is affecting other sides that have little dark areas too. And if we click on the light, you can see that everywhere that has good lighting, or should I say anywhere that is bright, it affects it in the screen. So you can decide to adjust the dark sides of your image, give it a little bit of blue, and then probably take the saturation down just to have a good color. So from this to this, we came from this to this. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you want to learn more about color grading, just like I said, my number and my Instagram handle is on the screen. Feel free to contact me. I also have videos before this one that can actually take you through the process and understanding the fundamentals and basics of using DaVinCi Resolve to color grade. Thank you, and I see you in the next class.